Some men go to prison because they made a choice. Some because they loved the wrong person at the right time. Eric Gerald wasn't the type to run the streets. He was the one who kept his mama's bills paid while his brother chased fast money. The one who worked doubles at the diner without complaint. But even good men have a breaking point. And for Eric, that breaking point wore red lipstick and made promises she had no intention of keeping. Vanessa Reed had the kind of smile that made you ignore every red flag waving in your face. But with Eric, she was different, or so he thought. He took a charge that wasn't his because she looked him in the eyes and said, "Baby, you're the only one I trust." 15 years. That's how long he sat in a cage built for someone else's crime. And when he finally walked out, he didn't come home to the woman who promised to wait. He came home to a betrayal that poisoned his entire bloodline. Eric didn't scream, didn't fight. He just remembered. Because some debts don't get settled in courtrooms. Some heartbreaks don't cry, they calculate. Stay close. What happens next isn't loud, but it's the kind of justice that makes you question everything you thought you knew about loyalty. Welcome to Compass True Crime Stories. Kindly support and encourage us by subscribing to this channel as we continue to keep you entertained. New true crime stories around the world on a daily basis. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our next interesting and chilling true crime story. Detroit, Michigan, East Side, chain link fences, liquor stores with bulletproof glass, row houses with peeling paint. That's where Eric Gerald grew up, oldest son, the responsible one who never got to be young because someone had to hold it together. Eric's father left when he was 9. From that point on, Eric became the man of the house. By 13, he was cooking dinner for his younger brother Dante, making sure homework got done, keeping the lights on. He dropped out of college when Mama got sick, picked up full-time work as a line cook at Sal's Diner on Gratiot Avenue, tips and crumpled dollar bills. It wasn't glamorous, but it was steady. And steady was all Eric knew how to be. Dante was different, 3 years younger. Where Eric was calm, Dante was chaos. Always had new sneakers, new chains, new girls. He loved his brother, but he resented him too. That kind of resentment that sits under the surface like rust. Then Vanessa walked into Sal's Diner. Summer 2008. She came in alone. Leather jacket, heels that clicked, eyes that said she'd seen things most people only read about. She sat at the counter, ordered coffee and apple pie. "You always this quiet?" she asked. "Or am I just that intimidating?" Eric smiled. "Both, maybe." Her name was Vanessa Reed, 23, grew up on the West Side, in and out of trouble since 15, ran with a crew that moved product. But when she talked to Eric, she was different, softer, vulnerable in a way that felt magnetic. They started slow, late-night drives, long conversations at 3 a.m. in parking lots. "You make me feel like I could be someone better, Eric," she said one night, "like I could actually build something real." And Eric believed her. By 24, they were living together. Small apartment off East 7 Mile. Eric worked mornings. Vanessa said she was doing gig work, but money appeared too easily. New purses, new phone, cash in her dresser drawer. Eric asked once, "V, where's all this coming from?" She kissed his forehead. "I've been helping my girl flip stuff online. Easy money, baby. I got us." Eric wanted to believe her, needed to. Then there was Dante. He came around often, too often, always found reasons to be near Vanessa. Laughed too loud at her jokes. Eric's gut whispered warnings he refused to hear. Because family doesn't cross those lines, right? February 2010. Eric was working a double. Came home at 1 a.m. He barely got his key in the lock before the door exploded inward. "Police! Get down!" Flashlights, guns, chaos. They slammed Eric to the floor, dragged Vanessa from the bedroom. In the closet, 3 vacuum-sealed bricks of heroin. Under the bed, $47,000 in cash. Kitchen drawer, burner phones, scales, baggies. Eric's world collapsed. "This isn't mine," he kept saying. "I don't know what that is." But no one was listening. They separated them, gave them 5 minutes alone in an interrogation room. Vanessa's eyes were glassy, tears streaming. "Eric, baby, listen. They've been watching me for months. I thought I could get out before it got bad. Whose drugs are those? Mine. I was holding them for someone. But Eric, they caught you here too. Your name's on the lease. They'll charge you. I didn't do anything. I know, but you're clean. No record. First offense. If you take this, they'll go easier. 3 years, maybe 5. I've got priors. They'll bury me for 20. She took his cuffed hands. I swear on everything I love. I'll wait for you. I'll work. I'll save. When you come home, we start over. Clean. For real. Eric looked at her. Her tears, her desperation. He nodded. Because love makes you stupid. And loyalty makes you blind. They charged Eric with possession with intent to distribute. Vanessa walked. Immunity in exchange for cooperation. She lied under oath. Said Eric was the main operator. In court, Eric stood alone. Mama in the back row, crying. Dante was there too. Sunglasses on, arms crossed. Vanessa? Nowhere. The judge slammed the gavel. 15 years, Mr. Gerald. Not 3, not 5. 15. When they walked him out, he looked back once. Dante was staring at him. And for just a second, Dante smiled. If someone you love begged you to take the fall, promising they'd wait, would you do it? Kinross Correctional Facility, Upper Peninsula, middle of nowhere. Eric's cell was 6 out 9 feet, concrete walls, one narrow window. The first night, he didn't sleep, just counted the years in his head. 15. But he told himself it was worth it. Vanessa was free. She promised to wait. Year 1 to 2, prison became a rhythm. Wake at 5 a.m. Work in the kitchen, yard time, repeat. Vanessa wrote every week at first. Baby, I miss you so much. I'm working 2 jobs, saving up. When you get out, we're leaving Detroit. You're my king for this. Eric read those letters until the paper wore thin. They were his oxygen. Mama visited once a month. 8-hour drive. Never complained. Just held his hands and prayed. Dante visited twice. Both times awkward. Said he was busy with work. Year 3 to 4. Vanessa's letters changed. Shorter. Less frequent. Sorry I haven't written. Work's crazy. Phone broke. I'm still here though. Then Mama stopped visiting. She'd gotten sicker. Cancer. Eric requested compassionate release to see her. Denied. Mama died in year 4. Eric didn't get to attend the funeral. Dante started visiting more. Brought commissary money. Talked about helping Vanessa. She asks about you, Dante said once. Misses you. Something in his tone felt wrong. Too comfortable. Year 5. Mail call. Tuesday morning. Eric got an envelope. No return address. Just a photograph inside. Vanessa in a white dress. Dante in a black suit. Holding hands, married. Eric stared at it. His hands shaking. He called his cousin Curtis. Are Vanessa and Dante together? Silence. Yeah, man, I'm sorry. They got married last year. Got a house. She's pregnant. Pregnant? Due in a couple months. Eric hung up. That night he finally broke. Buried his face in his pillow and cried. Not because he'd lost Vanessa, because he'd lost 15 years, and they'd used his sacrifice to build their life together. After that night, something inside Eric died. He stopped writing letters, stopped hoping. He worked out, read law books, learned patience, learned strategy. He became the man who watches, who listens, who remembers. Some people will let you drown just so they don't have to get wet. He stopped being the man who sacrifices. He became the man who settles debts. You've been watching for almost 10 minutes. That means this story's doing something to you. Most people scroll past, but you didn't. If you don't subscribe, you'll miss the next story. The one that might hit even closer to home. The bell icon is right there. One click. But if you don't, that's on you. Now let's get back to Eric, because his story's about to get darker. February 2025, 15 years later, release day. Eric walked out of Kinross with a duffel bag and $200. No one was waiting. Then Uncle Jimmy pulled up. Old Ford pickup, gray beard, military posture. Get in! They drove in silence. Uncle Jimmy gave him the back bedroom in Redford Township. You know about Vanessa and Dante? I know. You planning on doing something stupid? Nah, Unc. Just trying to adjust. Uncle Jimmy didn't believe him. 2 weeks later, Eric got work. Janitorial services, cleaning office buildings after hours. It was quiet, simple. Gave him time to think. He didn't ask about Vanessa, didn't look her up. He just existed. But inside he was sharpening. 3 weeks after release, Eric saw her. Downtown, lunch break. He was eating a gas station sandwich. Vanessa walked out of a Starbucks. Designer bag, fresh blowout, heels, laughing on her phone. She looked like someone who'd never spent a day worrying. Eric froze. She didn't see him. She got into a black Escalade, and Eric followed her. She drove to Dearborn. Quiet suburb. Tree-lined streets. Pulled into a driveway. House number 742. Two-car garage. Manicured lawn. A little boy ran out. Maybe 8. Laughing. Then a girl. Younger. Pigtails. Then Dante. Still had that walk. Gold watch. Receding hairline. He kissed Vanessa. Picked up the girl. The boy hugged his leg. They looked like a catalog. Eric sat in his car. Watching. This was the life they built. On his 15 years. He didn't cry. Didn't rage. He just memorized every detail. Then drove away. Calm. Silent. Because now he knew. At what point does a betrayal become unforgivable? Eric researched. Vanessa Gerald. Real estate agent. Successful. Social media full of family photos. Dante Gerald. Elite auto detailing. Luxury cars. Clean front. They were thriving. All of it built on his sacrifice. Eric heard a name one night. Big Tony Castillo. He remembered. Vanessa had mentioned Tony once. Years ago. Nervous. Said she used to know him. Eric dug deeper. Tony Castillo. East Detroit heavy. Did 12 years federal. Got out in 2021. Back in 2008, Vanessa had worked for Tony, and she'd skimmed $30,000. Tony never forgot debts. Eric made contact. Burner phone. Payphone in Hamtramck. Tony Castillo? Who's asking? Someone who knows where Vanessa Reed is. Pause. Vanessa's been gone a long time. She's in Dearborn now, married, got kids, real estate money. Living good. Why are you telling me? Because she still owes you, and I think you're the type who doesn't forget. Another pause. Appreciate the reminder. Click. 2 weeks later, Dante was closing his shop. Thursday night. Late. Alone. Locking the gate. Keys in hand. A black sedan pulled up. No plates. 2 men stepped out. Dante looked up. Sorry, we're closed. The first shot hit him in the chest. Then the second. Third. Fourth. Dante dropped. One more shot. Through the head. The sedan drove off. Slow. Calm. The funeral was 3 days later. Packed church. Vanessa in all black. Veil. Kids on either side. She wailed. Broke down at the casket. In the back row, Eric sat alone. Baseball cap. Dark jacket. Didn't move. Didn't blink. Just watched. No one noticed him. After Dante's death, Vanessa unraveled. Stopped working. Stopped posting. Paranoia set in. She started asking questions. Is Big Tony looking for me? She tried to run. Packed bags, pulled kids from school, bought plane tickets. But she told her best friend Monica. Word traveled fast. Grocery store parking lot. Broad daylight. Vanessa loading bags into her Escalade. Kids at home with a babysitter. A car pulled up beside her. Window rolled down. Vanessa. She turned, froze. She recognized the face. You thought I forgot. One shot. Clean. Through the chest. Vanessa dropped. Bags spilling. Oranges rolling. The car drove off. The second funeral was smaller. Eric sat in the same spot. Back row. Watched them carry Vanessa's casket down the aisle. Felt nothing. The debt had been paid. After the service, Eric went to Uncle Jimmy's house. Packed his bag, left a note. Thanks for everything, Unc. I'm good now. Don't look for me. Then he left. No one knows where Eric went. Some say Atlanta, others Houston. But Eric Gerald doesn't exist anymore. He uses cash, no trail, no social media, lives in a small apartment, works quiet jobs. At night, he sits by the window, drinks coffee, watches the street, and sometimes he thinks about Vanessa, about Dante, about the 15 years. But he doesn't regret what he did, because some debts don't get paid in court. They get paid in blood. And some men don't need forgiveness. They just need closure. If you'd lost 15 years to a lie, would you have stopped at Dante or finished what you started? If this story made you feel something, hit that like button for every person who's been betrayed by someone they trusted. And if you know someone holding on to the wrong people, share this, because sometimes the stories we need are the ones that hurt most. Eric didn't get a happy ending, but he got an ending, and sometimes that's enough. Vanessa and Dante built their lives on his sacrifice. 15 years, and that foundation crumbled. Some call it revenge. Others call it justice. Eric just calls it settling a debt. The question isn't whether he was right or wrong. The question is, what would you have done? You watched Eric sacrifice everything, get betrayed, become something else, and you stuck with it. Most people won't subscribe, won't comment, won't share, but you're not most people. Subscribe, because you'll need the next story, the one that hits harder. Comment below. Was Eric right? Wrong? What would you do? Share this. Someone needs to hear it. The bell's right there. One click. But don't say I didn't warn you when the next story drops and you miss it. Thank you for watching to the end, and see you in our next episode of Compass True Crime Stories. Stay safe.